Life's best moments are best captured by photography and video. You may ask, why photography and video? Because if a photo is worth 1,000 words, video is worth 1,000,000. And GPS photography and video will leave you speechless. GPS specializes in weddings, swords, fitness, and so much more. Book your next shoot today at 910-257-0526 or gpsphotoandvideo.com.
Welcome to the Amazon's podcast. I'm Glenn Young, owner of Amazon's Fitness Magazine. The podcast is brought to you by our title sponsor, Maximus Posing Suits. Let your inner warrior shine. Custom competition suits for victory on every stage. MaximusPosingSuits.com. And of course, me, GPS photography and video. Why photography and video? Because if a photo's worth 1,000 words, video is worth 1,000,000. GPSPhotoandvideo.com. My guest is a two-time Olympian, IFBB Women's Bodybuilder Pro Athlete, owner and founder of Team Refined Fitness, a gymnast, a sprinter, dancer, and most importantly, as she says, she's a Black girl trying to make all of her dreams a reality. Amen. Earning the title of Miss Olympia. She is a sponsored athlete of Amazon's Fitness Magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ashley Jones.
Hello.
How are you?
I am fabulous. Listen, that introduction was a little, it got me.
Yeah, I was good till I messed up the word sprinter, but I want to give you all your just due. Love the promo you did earlier. I'm like, oh, okay, I got to match your energy.
You know it. Come on now. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. But thank you. I really appreciate it.
Definitely. Your proposal that you submitted to me for the sponsorship.
Yes.
Very impressive. And I was trying to find ways of how not to pick you. And going through all of the submissions, and I just kept coming back to you. A lot of the fire was, okay, she's a women's bodybuilder pro now, two-time Olympian, but she was women's physique. And I definitely think you are going to be the whole buzz this season. And to me, you're the preseason rookie of the year to the women's bodybuilding. Okay, so that's my thoughts on it.
You're giving me a lot now.
Hey, we got to deliver now. It is what it is, you know.
Amen. Yes.
So give me some more background. Tell me a little bit about you. I know you ran track, and a lot of bodybuilders come from that sprinter background or that track and field background.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, sprinter. I was a hurdler, ran the leadoff leg of the relay. So, I mean, a lot of the legs development definitely came from obviously track and then obviously gymnastics as well. I decided to let that go when I reached level 10. That required just a lot more time. And I wanted to be a kid, you know? At that point, that would have required me to do a lot more outside of school and just commit a lot to gymnastics. So just decided to pursue a little bit more with track. And then after track, that kind of led me into bodybuilding. And I was just like, okay, what is this? At that point, which was 2016 when I did my first show, I didn't know much about it. I did not know much about it. I just knew girls got in, got cute. They got their hair done, looked all, whatever for the stage. And I did a show. I think it was West Virginia, won that show. Posing,
really?
Yes. Posing was
in Charleston, West Virginia.
Oh, goodness.
The Gary Udit show?
The Gary Udit show. Yes,
and the reason I ask is because I'm from West Virginia. So if I'd have known, I was slipping.
Yeah. That's all right.
Full circle.
You wouldn't have recognized because that posing was not on point. It was no.
Right.
So, but yeah, so in 2018, that's when I got my pro card in figure. So this will be technically my third pro debut in a sense.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, pro debut in figure in 2019, debut in women's physique in 2021, and then now 2024 women's bodybuilding. So, where else is there to go? So
where did you go to college at? Where'd you go to school?
Yeah, University of Kentucky.
Okay, so you were right there.
Yeah.
And so you grew up in Kentucky. Where are you from originally? Where'd you go to high school?
Born and raised, diehard fan, Louisville, Kentucky, 502.
Okay, I got you.
Yes.
Well,
Love
that's great.
Yes. It's crazy because I
So,
never thought that I would be here in Texas. Never. I'm a home family girl. I love being home. But now that I'm in Texas, I'm like, let's go.
okay, so you're not homesick.
Not homesick. I love my family. They know that they're watching it now, but I'll go home when I can. But Texas is home. Texas is home now.
So this is your pro debut in women's bodybuilding. You're
Yes.
already a 2-time Olympian, so you've been on the big stage,
Yes.
but never as a women's bodybuilder.
Oh.
And so now you know who the standard of excellence is.
Hey, listen, that woman, all the women. Let me give credit to all
Yes.
my bodybuilder sisters because changing the game. And I think with this year, it is literally going to be looking at apples, oranges, pears, all the fruits, all the amazing fruits that we're going to be presenting on stage. And the judges are going to have a very hard task because I know every single one of us are going to be bringing it. And that's what it's about. And that's the beauty of it. So I'm excited to join this amazing family of women's bodybuilding. But we're going to give them a show this year. We're definitely going to give them a show.
I know what your ultimate goal is for this season. Obviously, to get on the big stage. That is Olympia. But
Absolutely.
what are your goals for this first show?
Yes, obviously to win. Obviously, I don't do anything unless I'm going for that number one spot. Obviously. So I think with that, and I think that's something I preach to my athletes about as well. Go into a show with confidence. You have to go into a show with confidence because if you feel that yourself, the judges are going to see that and be like, I want her. I want her right there. So yes, the goal is to win. That's it.
What's going to be that show, that first show? Can you tell us?
You know what? Because I love you. Because
I love you too.
I love you. My mentality this prep has been just to stay and not let people just show up. But you know what? We're gonna be 8 weeks out on Saturday, and that is the New York Pro. So
Yes.
we going to New York, okay?
Okay. Good stuff.
Yes. So you heard it here first, okay?
There you go. The New York Pro.
Yes.
With Ashley Jones.
That's right.
Now, who's your coach?
Andrew Vu.
Okay.
Vu. Love him.
Legend.
So, legend, yes.
Yeah. And it's interesting because he's also Teresa Avancic's coach. It's their second year together, so this is all coming together nice.
You're creating a pattern, okay?
Yes, exactly. I mean, and everybody knows his knows his work, so he's one of the best known coaches in the industry.
I love him. He's great. He's been amazing.
So you win the New York Pro. You're now qualified for the Olympia.
Yes.
Do you shut it down or do you do another one?
So obviously, with any athlete, especially women's athlete, we want to be on that Rising Phoenix stage. We want that. So that is a goal. So I just saw that the application process just opened up. So I will be applying for that. And fingers crossed that I make the list. And I'm sure that August will roll around very soon. So once Coach and I finish New York, we'll sit down, map out a game plan, and we'll keep the ball rolling.
Let's get that in. I think the announcement date is first week of May.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. Did they say, hey, play, here's your list?
Yeah, May 1st. So it's coming.
This is amazing. This is good stuff.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Then it would be New York Pro, qualify for the Olympia. We always operate on the positive. Then you're going to shut it down to the Phoenix. And then, of course, 8 weeks or so after that, you're on the big Olympia stage.
Oh,
that's a great plan.
That's it. Yes.
That is a great plan.
Yes, I'm excited for it. So excited. I've never been this just motivated to just be back on stage because I took the year off last year because Andrew and I talked. We spoke with the judges after the 2022 Olympia, and they expressed it was like, listen, she could go either way. Okay. So him and I had a talk after the O, and he was like, what do you want to do? I said, I'll follow your lead. And he said, your decision has to be your decision because I know whatever you choose, you're going to give me everything and more. And I was like, facts. So let's take it to the top. And I said, let's go for it. Because at that point, I don't have to hold back on training anymore. I can let this body grow, and there you go. So yeah.
Well,
Yes.
you're definitely quad dominant.
Yes.
But what have you been working on getting ready for this show? What was the feedback? They say you could go either way, but
Yes.
what were the minuses? What do they say she needs to build this or she builds that? Can you tell me?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely upper body. Definitely up. I think that's always going to be something for me to continue to focus on, which is totally fine. Because again, that's the evolution of bodybuilding, right?
Right.
And density within my back. And I think we have definitely done amazing things with that. And I know we're going to be talking about my partner, good old Jessica Reyes, very
Yeah.
soon.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. So we have been going at it with just how well we focus on our training and focus on the details. And there's days like today was a back day, we focus more on lats. And then on Saturdays, we focus a little bit more on the movements to focus on density. So we've really been breaking it down. Vu has given us instructions on what movements to definitely focus on. And then we have the free range to do what we want, but definitely upper body and obviously density in the back.
So obviously your legs evolved from track, and you say a dancer, so you dancers and gymnast?
Yes. So so dancing was more of contemporary jazz, all of that. So that was younger. So it'll go from dance to track and then gymnastics. That's kind of the order as I went older. But yeah, I've always had thick legs. Always had thick legs until obviously bodybuilding. That's when things started to really grow even more. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see what this could look like. And once I focus a little bit more intention on them. I remember actually the Texas Pro Show that I won my first qualification at. I had to pull back. I had to stop training legs 4 weeks out from that show because they just kept growing. So yeah, now I just go. I love it. I love leg days. Love it.
So I'm gonna throw another wild card out there. Did anyone ever say, you know what? Quad dominant, leg dominant, she could do wellness? No?
I've heard. I've heard.
All right. I didn't want to make it. I was on Thursday for football, but yeah, okay.
You're good. I've heard that. People know with my background, obviously with gymnastics, they know that could translate over potentially one day if I downsize into fitness. I would love to do fitness. I would love to do fitness. So again, I'm a firm believer of doing and trying anything. Like, why not? Why not? You may actually excel at it. So who knows? Before I hang it up, I may do fitness. So you never know. You never know. So yeah.
How long you think you'll do this?
Oh,
but I think you got a long time. I'm not going to say what your age is, but I mean, you're still a rookie, really. You really are.
I am at 33 years young. I feel like I have a lot of time left.
And already been on the Olympia stage. Well, at least once you didn't do the one Olympia, right?
Correct. And I think just having that in my mindset, I know that I've been doing a lot better with obviously making sure my health markers are okay. Vu does a great job making sure that obviously my blood work is okay, supplements of what I'm taking. I'm a firm believer of making sure that health is priority. So it's been great. This prep has been the best ever. And I think that's why I'm so excited. So I want to do this for the long haul. I want to keep defending the titles and going after more. So yes.
So one of the things that impressed me about all the proposals that we're sending in, or the write-ups, shall I say, is the fact that you're an entrepreneur and you founded Team Refined Fitness.
That's my baby. Yes.
What is Team Refined Fitness?
Yes. So Team Refined Fitness, obviously that's my coaching team. And right now I have about 30 athletes under me.
Wow.
From lifestyle to competition prep. And basically coming up with a name, because I feel like that's the most important thing, obviously. I wanted something that was sparked like, well, what is refined? What is refined? And for me, obviously we put pressure on ourselves as athletes, right? So pressure creates diamonds, those refinements. And I think when creating that, I was like, okay, Team Refine, let's go for it. Like, let's help these women, let's help these men refine themselves into better athletes and to live in a better lifestyle. And Team Refine just was birthed. And ever since it's, 2022. Yeah, 2022 was when it was created. So it's been amazing. It's been amazing just seeing everything that has come to fruition with that. So yeah.
What's your breakdown? Would you say competitors versus lifestyle athletes that you're coaching?
Yeah, I would say it's about half and half right now, but it's a little bit more towards contest prep is taking over because a lot of the lifestyle people are like, wait a minute, I like these changes. Can we?
Really?
We can. Yes, we can. So, and that's the joy of it for me of seeing them happy and seeing like I never expected my body to be able to do this or look this way, and seeing that they're potentially being able to step on stage one day. So yeah, I'll say it's leaning definitely more towards competition prep. So
yeah, girls versus guys. Are you comparing more girls versus guys or
definitely
about half?
girls. Yeah, definitely more girls right now. I have a few guys, and I would love more guys. I would definitely love more guys. Actually, I'm getting a lot more women's physique and women's bodybuilders, so that's amazing as well. But I have everyone from bikini all the way to women's bodybuilders. So yeah,
That's great. What you say women's physique and women's bodybuilders. Are any of them getting ready for upcoming shows, and how do you balance that? Because you got to get ready for your thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is the main thing. Let the main thing be the main thing. So
yes.
How do you balance that?
Yeah, so a lot of my athletes have been with me for literally over a year, going on 2 years. Some have been with me over 2 years. And the best part about it is they know how I operate when I get in prep. They'll say, hey, guess what? I'm not going to send you video because I tell my athletes, you have to send me training videos so I can assess them, obviously. They'll say, I'm not going to send you videos. Focus on what you need to focus on. I'll tend to what I need to tend to. So they're very aware. They know the process. They know what I require of them so that I don't have to hold my athletes' hands. They know exactly what to do. And luckily, I'm just blessed with an amazing team so that they give me the space to focus on what I want to focus on. And hell, all of them are just about going to be there anyway. So it's going to be amazing. But yeah, they're very, very easy to work with when it comes to me achieving my goals. So.
And Team Refine has been in business how long now?
Since 2022.
And there's nothing like having your own.
Oh,
there's a magazine that came out in 2022 as well. You may have heard of it.
I may have heard of it.
Yeah, I think it's Amazon's.
I like it. I'm loving it. Yes.
So who got you to move to Texas? Did you because you were in Kentucky, right? Yes. And you said, okay, I'm going to move to Texas.
Yes.
Obviously, the weather, very different.
Very.
What made you pull the trigger to go?
So my coach at the time was like, why don't you just come to Texas and become an assistant coach for me? I was like, okay, cool. Never been to Texas. Always wanted to now, at that point, venture off. And ever since, like when I tell you bodybuilding has taken off for me just from deciding to make that leap, I'm like, okay, Texas is truly the land of opportunities. And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere else. So yes.
We'll keep building. There's nothing like having your own as an entrepreneur, I'll tell you.
Amen.
So, let's talk about your workout partners. And one of them just happens to be number 2 in the world for figure. And she's on the January cover of Amazon's fitness magazine.
She is. Yes.
Note, that did not influence my decision at all. So just in case people went, he had Jessica Reyes-Padilla on there. That's why no.
You're like, nah, this is separate.
Nah,
this is separate.
It was separate. But I obviously made the right choice in my gut and in my heart. And so I'm very happy and hope you are so far. So it's still early, but
Love it. I love it so far. Yes.
Talk to me about the workouts with Jessica. How do y'all blend? How do y'all gel? Both of you had the same coach, obviously.
Yes.
Talk to me about that whole experience.
Yes. So it's so crazy because obviously people look at us and are like, how are you two working out your figure? Clearly she's figure, I'm women's bodybuilder. So how does that mesh? And coincidentally, like a lot of the features that we want to focus on and build up of our own physiques, it almost is the same with each other. So we definitely, I know Andrew wanted me at the beginning of my off season to focus a little bit more on development of my hamstrings to match that of my quads. So we were focusing on that. Same thing for her, just really focusing on that development with her hamstrings as well. So just kind of attacking that and pushing each other in that way. She knows I like to try to get more reps than what she wants me to get. So she definitely get on me for that. But it's literally that woman is a beast. She's been literally a blessing in my life in this prep, just being able to lean in on her and having somebody who, like you said, is number 2 in the world, who's been where I'm trying to be, you know, up to the top. So just having that experience, having that exposure, I'm just like, you are amazing. And I'm just forever thankful to have you in my life. And I know she's watching, because I told her to go ahead and watch it. And she's like, oh, you better say all the nice things. And I'm like, girl, she's even teaching me some Spanish. Don't quiz me. I'm still learning.
Oh, I'm trying to learn myself, because I'm like, man, if I could communicate so much better.
Right?
Spanish.
Yeah. So she's definitely doing her part to make sure I'm well rounded. I love that woman. Love that woman to death. We're pushing each other, and this year will be different for the both of us in the best way possible. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, it was definitely a great shoot with her in Orlando. A great person, more importantly. We talked for a while, and then she gave me an interview after the shoot. Met her husband, so hey, great experience for me. I'm thankful to have her on the cover of Amazon. So
absolutely, great. Talk about you all the time. She was like, "Oh, go with Glenn." Yes, absolutely, he's amazing. Yes, love it. Love it.
So, I mean, what part of Texas are you in? What gym do y'all work out at?
Yes, so currently we're in House of Gains in Georgetown, Texas. They just actually opened up a new location in Tech Ridge. So there are 2 now here in Austin, and it's amazing. Ever since I moved here, that's been my home gym, House of Gains, and treated us like family. Anything we need, they will order, they will get. They keep getting all this Panada equipment. I'm like, this is literally a kid in the candy store right now with all this equipment. So we're blessed. We are truly blessed here.
That's good. Now, how far is it from you? Talk to me about your daily commute, your daily routine.
Yeah. So as of right now, I have fasted cardio in the morning. So I usually try to get up around 5:15 to knock that out. And obviously get shower, get ready, do whatever I have to do. Today I had check-ins, sent those to Vu right after. And then 8. And then I always give myself about 2-3 hours in the morning to do client work. And then Jess and I start training around noon. And after that, come back home. If any clients sent me some more work that I need to assess, then I'll look at that and then finish my day off just going to sleep. So
you train with Jessica pretty much every day? Y'all in the same battle rhythm?
Single day. Yes.
Wow. That is a plus.
Yes.
I just thought it was like a weekly thing or every now and then.
Every day. Yeah, that one.
Huge.
She is stuck with me. Okay, every day. Yes.
Well, she's a great teammate, I'm sure. So y'all got a good gel going there.
Yes.
Now, you as as a dancer and some of your routine and stuff you did with track, how do you work that into your posing routine?
So usually for me with that, how I create my routines, literally I create them in my living room. I don't go anywhere special. I know some people may have their special location or whatever, but I just play a song and I just start flowing. And usually it's things I've done in the past from former routines that I've done in gymnastics, or it's something that I look on Instagram and I literally look at ballet dancers. I look at contemporary dancers, see what they are doing and with transitions. There's a turn that I do in my routine it's called the Biles. After Simone Biles, she does a 3/4.
You favor her.
Come on. So when I saw her do that, I was just like, that's a transition from the front to the back. Or if I want to take it up a notch, I could do a full turn and drop down into like a half split or something. I feel like my signature is becoming the middle splits. I'm always going to do some form of a splits because I want to change the narrative that doesn't equate to flexibility. And I'm like, that is far from true.
Okay.
Jack here doing and Breon are doing splits on the stage. So let's talk about it. So that's usually how I create. It's just seeing what is different, seeing what I don't feel like has been done yet and putting a spin on it and keeping it graceful, keeping it beautiful. Because I think, again, that's where the narrative with women's bodybuilding kind of shifted, where people are like, no, I don't think it's attractive. Well, let's go ahead and show you that we are some sexy MFers on that
stage.
You
really are.
Okay.
You really are.
There you go. So yes. That's
Do you have a posing coach or is all you?
Creating my routine is all me. I think when it comes to that aspect, I have to feel it. I have to know how I want to present it. And I think the best way as of right now is to obviously create that for myself. Now, that's not saying I won't ever have help with that routine.
Right.
But as of now, so far, I think it's been, doing me some good with creating my routine. So yeah, this next one I'm really excited for. So can't wait to show you guys.
Good deal. What's
Yeah.
your favorite pose?
Oh, I love a good back shot. I love a good back shot. So the back double bicep and the back lat spread, those two are gonna be
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Oh,
gonna
definitely, for sure.
yes.
To me, I always thought the ultimate pose down, women's physique versus women's bodybuilding will be abdominals and thighs. And now you're gonna get your shot at that. Is
Absolutely
there a difference between open hands, as women's physique has,
right.
versus closed hands that women's bodybuilding has? Because it seems like you get a stronger flex if you're doing your hands closed, as in women's bodybuilding, as
Right.
opposed to your hands open. Although very elegant, if you
True.
open those hands, it just seems like you lose the muscle tension. Am I
Yeah.
close? Am I right? Or
Honestly, it just depends. It depends because for me, there really was no difference because I have been doing them obviously both ways,
right?
and I haven't noticed a difference. I'm bringing in some elements that I did do with women's physique into bodybuilding. I want people to see that transition and see like, oh, now I see the difference of women's physique versus women's bodybuilding. So I want to show and to show that that transition as I'm
Right.
posting on stage. But for me personally, I haven't seen a difference in regards to seeing if there's more contraction through the bicep doing it open.
Right.
Or closed.
Exactly. Close. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm excited for you, obviously.
thank you.
You know.
Thank you. I appreciate
So, when you look at it,
mm-hmm.
have you received, and everybody's got haters.
Oh.
And low key, I know you got some.
Oh.
Who is this girl coming up here, women's bodybuilding? She ain't earned jack.
Yeah.
Blase,
Yeah.
who is she?
Mm-hmm.
What's your feedback on that? Or do you even give a care?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's why I have moved the way I have with this prep because, like I said before, we as athletes, especially at this level, we put so much pressure on ourselves, so much pressure.
Right.
And then you see like, oh, so and so's doing New York. Oh, so and so's okay. Well, good for them because the last time I checked, the pose down is being done on that stage on May 18th.
There you go.
Not on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
Jess even had to get on me for that. She was like, Ashley, what are you doing? Get off Instagram. We don't care about what they say. Prove to them that
Right.
you are the next up and coming best thing. And that's what they're going to believe. And that's what they're going to see on May 18th. So in regards to answer your question, I honestly say what you want. Say what you want. That's not me being conceited. That's just me having confidence in myself of knowing on that stage, you're going to know Ashley Jones. You're going to know, I remember her. I remember that debut. And that to me, that's already a win in my book. So yeah.
And of course, I say that and I know that it's true because during this whole process of who I was going to select, I was getting DMs left and right.
Oh, I already know.
Yeah. So it is what it is. Yes. Don't need to go into that, but yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, I kept coming back to you. So
and I truly appreciate that because there have been a lot of attacks and on whether or not I'm going to be able to do what they expect me to do. And at the end of the day, the only people that matter are what my coach thinks and obviously what that judge thinks. So
exactly. That's it.
That's it. Please say what you want. That is okay. At the end of the day, you're still going to tune in and watch. So there you go.
Well, like I said, I wasn't going to hold you. I'm going to keep this right at about 30 minutes.
Gotcha.
But give me your last words.
I just appreciate you for creating this platform for the up and coming of women's bodybuilding and just women in general who want to get into this industry. Because honestly, at this time when I was new and didn't know much about it, seeing this on the website, especially seeing all of what could be done with this platform, this is what's going to push people out. And speaking of that, our special announcement.
Yeah, almost put a tick mark. Almost forgot.
Right.
What is this big announcement?
Our big announcement is I am going to be picking 2 NPC women's athletes, whether that be women's physique or women's bodybuilding. It does not matter, either category. And I will be paying for their registration fee for whatever show that they want to do. Because again, as an ambassador of the sport, I want to give women the opportunity to get on that stage, to show up and show out. And definitely for these 2 categories, because at shows that I've been to lately, there have either been 5 or below, and like it's just we need more.
Every cost helps.
Yeah.
What's the typical entry fee for NPC?
I feel like it varies.
What's the cost?
Like it depends on the show, like 125, 150, something like that. So if I see that the demand for that is higher, I would love to do this again in a few more months. And like I said, any way that I can help out and get people on that stage, let's go for it. Let's do it.
So the ground rules, you're going to pick how many?
I want to pick 2 for right now.
Right.
Pick 2 for right now. And I'll be making a video and I'll be tagging so that we could, share all of this. But picking 2 women's physique athletes or women's bodybuilder, whichever one you're going to compete in. You must be competing this year. And like I said, I'll be in communication with those particular athletes so we can kind of map out the details. But registration will be paid for. All you got to do is show up, get your 10, and win. And win.
There you go. Well, that's great.
Yes.
You heard it here. Giving back already, and you ain't even got on stage. So
listen, it's always
every little bit helps them.
Amen.
And entry fees are just one of the many costs involved. So this is great.
Thank you.
So as soon as you map out some more, we'll come back on and you can announce the winner and announce the laydown, and maybe we just go from there.
I love it. Sounds like a plan.
Thank you, Ashley. Really appreciate talking to you.
Yes. Have a good one.
All the best and have a rest. Get some rest and get back on your routine in the morning and go kill it. On May 18th, go kill it.
I will.
I have no doubt.
Thank you.
Next week on the podcast, speaking of which, we'll have Michelle Bogdan, who's the owner of Maximus Posing Suits. She's doing the Triple O Dynasty. So we're going to talk about everything on her pro debut to women's bodybuilding at the Triple O Dynasty in Arizona. And also Gina Cavallero, who's a writer contributor to Amazon's Fitness Magazine. She's doing the Triple O Dynasty as well. And we'll talk to her in the second hour. The first hour will be Michelle Bogdan. Ashley, I really appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Do what you do, and we'll talk soon.
Absolutely. Have a good one. Thank you.
You too. Take care. I'm Glenn Young, GPS Photography and Video, gpsphotoandvideo.com. Why photography and video? Because a photo's worth 1,000 words, video's worth 1,000,000. Again, special shout out to Michelle Bogdan, owner of Maximus Posing Suits. Let your inner warrior shine. Custom competition suits for victory on every stage. Lastly, I do want to give a shout out to all of the subscribers to the Amazon's Fitness Magazine YouTube channel and to the website. We tend to keep getting new subscribers every day, loving it. And just know that when you do more, I can do more for these Amazons. So we'll see you next week. So make sure you tune in.
Tune in.
Life's best moments are best captured by photography and video. You may ask, why photography and video? Because if a photo is worth 1,000 words, video is worth 1,000,000. And GPS photography and video will leave you speechless. GPS specializes in weddings, sports, fitness, and so much more. Book your next shoot today at 910-257-0526 or gpsphotoandvideo.com.